Hey guys, it's Melanie. Happy Sunday. Welcome back. I hope you are having a fantastic weekend. I have a couple of candle reviews for you guys today. They are both from Kringle and they are both from the new Fantasy Collection launch. Before we get into the review of the first candle, which is obviously Mermaid Scales, since today is Sunday and Father's Day here in the United States, just a quick moment to thank all the dads out there. Definitely, if you have a great father in your life, if you have a husband who is an amazing father to your kids, today is the day to spoil them and yeah, just celebrate the dads out there. I am very lucky to have a wonderful husband who is a great father to our daughter Stella, and we are looking forward to spoiling him later on today. We've got some nice dinner plans for him, so looking forward to that. But yeah, just if you are a candle-loving dad and you happen to be watching this video, I hope that your family is spoiling you rotten today, and thank you for your contribution to raising our next round of adults. May they all be great adults in the future. I know it's not an easy job. Being a mom, I know that raising kids is a full-time gig, and I really admire those of you who do it with multiple children. So again, happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. And now let us gracefully transition into a review of Mermaid Scales, which, ooh, you guys, this particular launch was the first Kringle Candle launch that I sat for, like, in front of the computer watching the countdown. And when the candles didn't immediately pop up, like right at noon, I think it was noon Eastern Standard Time that they launched, I was like, where are they? I sat here waiting for 2 hours with this countdown. Where are the candles? I got all huffy about it. I was really desperate to make sure that I was going to be able to get my hands on both the Fairy's Floss as well as the Unicorn Poop. I was not aware whether I was going to be getting these candles in PR, and I did actually that very next day that I, wait, what was it? I think it was actually a few days after the launch, I did receive Mermaid Scales and Fairy's Floss in PR. But I ordered 4 of the Fairy's Floss myself, and 4 of the Unicorn Poop. Just didn't want to chance it if I wasn't going to be able to smell them otherwise. So now the Mermaid Scales, this one was interesting because it really didn't speak to me just based off of the fragrance notes. And that's why I'm almost kind of more excited to review this one from this particular launch, because it surprised me the most in terms of how much I really kind of love it. Love it enough to order at least 1 or 2 more the next time that I'm placing an order, because you guys, these candles are still available. I'm kind of shocked that this particular collection didn't sell out right away. So either there wasn't as much interest in it as I thought there would be, or Kringle really got ahead of the game and poured like a ton of these in anticipation of the collection doing well, and they just, you know, are kind of, I guess, haven't sold out quite yet. But if you are interested in these, you can save 15% with my ambassador discount code. I will, it's just Melanie15. You can enter that at checkout. It'll save you 15%. I don't anticipate these going on sale. They are at a slightly higher price point than the regular soy candles. These are not considered reserve candles. They are just regular soy candles, if you will, but they do have a different treatment, obviously, to the inside of the glass. We'll talk about that here in a second. But I think that's what's making these a little bit more expensive. They're not considered reserve, but they're performing really well. I can tell you that right now. So $31.50. They're newer, so it's going to be a very long time before these go on sale. They may sell out before they ever even have a chance to go on sale. So 15% if you want it. I will put the information down below. So let's go ahead and read through their description and the fragrance notes, and then we'll talk what I smell, strength and throw, and we'll take a little bit of a closer look at the packaging as well. Okay, so scent description: Mermaid Scales. Shimmering notes of juicy blood orange and salted mango drift over watery marines, dewy florals, and citrus bergamot, touched by sprigs of sea kelp, completed with ambered driftwood. So when I saw that description, I was like, oh, it sounds pretty, but I don't know, it didn't grab my attention for some reason. The top notes, citrus, orange, and bergamot. The mid notes are green mango and sea salt. The base is sea kelp, floral, and amber. So what does this smell like? It's just really fresh. It's like a fresh citrus marine type scent. Like you get that like ocean air vibe from this. You also get a beautiful orange note from this, as well as that bergamot. You get a like sweet, like a sweetness from this, but it's not like an overly sweet scent. The mango that's in here smells different from your typical mango, where it's just that really juicy, sweet, intense mango scent. This is more of like a slightly less ripened mango scent. So the mango is bringing some sweetness, but it's not an overly sweet candle. If you typically don't like sweet scents, I would still encourage you to take a chance on this one, because I don't think it like overdoes it at all. In terms of sea salt, you do smell like that salty ocean air type vibe. There really is a beautiful marine note to this, or aquatic note, I guess you could say. The florals are light. They're not oppressive. I can't pick out like a distinct floral note per se. It's just kind of generic, and it's not an intense floral at all. I feel like this is a nicely balanced candle. Nothing like really jumps out more than like any of the other notes, if that makes sense. I feel like everything's kind of nicely balanced, if you will. You get a good dose of like every single fragrance note in here. The sea kelp again comes across as more of like that kind of salty, beachy type scent. And the amber, I think, adds a touch of warmth to this almost. This is a great scent, you guys. If you're looking for something that is just really enjoyable and pleasant for the summertime, that might not be like a typical summer type of fragrance, because I personally cannot think of anything to compare this to. I don't know if this is a repackage. I have been with Kringle now for, I feel like, a couple of years. And so I'm still somewhat newer to the brand. This could have been out at some point before. I don't know. I do not see it listed here on the website in terms of, actually, previous product. No, that's not what I'm looking for. I'm not seeing this listed as a repackage, although I will say they have not really necessarily been doing that quite yet. I know they've been called out for it, so I think it's something that they should include on the website, like if this is a repackage of like something from like 3 or 4 years ago. There are some people that would really like to know that information, because if you are someone who doesn't want to order scents that you've already had and you get this and you're like, oh God, it's this from like, 6 years ago, then you're going to be irritated. So I wish that they would do that, but I don't know. What are you going to do? Okay, so in terms of strength and throw, these are really right on par with the way that pretty much every other soy candle does for me from Kringle. In this 2-wick format, in this particular style of jar, I get a solid medium throw. So for me, for this one, it's gonna be about a 6.5. It's not quite a 7, but it is very noticeable when I walk into a room. It does not smack me in the face, but I know that I am burning this scent. It's a really pleasant background scent, and I will say it pairs really nicely with both the unicorn poop as well as the fairy's floss. So, and in fact, all 3 of them burning together at the same time is a fabulous trio. So definitely try that if you picked up all 3 of them. But I love this. I feel like the performance is what I expect it to be in terms of strength, and I feel like it's what I expect it to be in terms of throw. It does a little bit more in terms of throw when I put it into a hurricane, but I don't feel like I have to put it in a hurricane. I can smell it otherwise, but it does pick up a little bit intensity when put into a hurricane type situation. I would put the throw of this one probably at right around like a 6.5 as well. It does not fill the entirety of the downstairs of our house. We have large ceilings. It's open concept. Really only like larger candles are super good at that. Most Bath and Body Works candles don't necessarily fill the entirety of the downstairs of the house either. So I normally have one candle going near kind of the front of the house and then also towards the back in the downstairs. I don't burn upstairs most of the time unless we are actively up in that area of the house, just because I'm afraid of house fires. So at any rate, you guys, this one gets 2 big fat thumbs up for me. It is going to be a repurchase. It's gorgeous. I love the packaging. Speaking of that, the label, so pretty, right? Like I have this inner like 12-year-old girl that just has never really grown up. If you show me anything that has sparkles, if you show me anything that has unicorns or anything that remotely looks like it came from Lisa Frank, like I am all over it. And this just takes me back to my Lisa Frank days. Love the packaging. Let's take a look at the gorgeous, by the way, no burn problems at all with the soy formulation, but look at this beautiful sparkle. Ooh. So these have a specialty paint that is applied to the inside of their regular jars. And this time around, we've mostly seen like either like a mercury glass type finish or more, I guess, recognizably the reserve candles, which are painted black. But isn't this pretty? It just screams, I don't know, it screams 12-year-old Melanie. I'm here for it. I am a huge fan of this, and no problems at all with any part of this candle at any point. The wax is clean and does not discolor. I'm gonna give you guys a quick overhead view, and then we will be able to wrap this one up. So you can see, I did just light this right before starting this video, so it hasn't fully pulled out. There are no pooling issues with these candles, you guys. They pool out perfectly every single time. If you want a little bit more oomph out of them, definitely make sure that you are putting them in a hurricane, but I don't necessarily think these require hurricanes. If you're looking for an inexpensive one, I will link a great one that you can find at your local Target that works great for these candles. So, all right, you guys, have a great rest of your day. There is one more review coming up, so if you're interested, make sure that you are subscribed. If you found this video helpful, give it a big fat thumbs up, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care. Toodaloo.